What it do, homies? We back with some more undead humor. This time we are checking out Super Speed is Stupid. Now it says over here in the thumbnail that it's insanely OP. It really is. I think I once went down the list of all the things that was possible that Flash could do, and it really is kind of OP if he really decided it. But you know, comics authors, we often nerf him, right? We need to, right? Otherwise the story can unfold. But let's see what undead humor is about right here. Let's go ahead, shut up, turn it up.
Batman,
You won't get away with this, Lex.
and who's going to stop me? Superman? Look at how that turned out for him.
He actually beat Superman?
Oh, my soda!
Not just him, but Martian Manhunter and Green Lantern too. Even the mighty Hawk Girl.
That one's less surprising than the others.
She tried her best, that's what counts.
You may as well surrender,
Nice.
Batman. None of you can stop me.
You're wrong, Lex. The strongest member of the Justice League still standing.
Who? Wonder Woman? She's powerful, yes, but she's no Superman.
He's only slightly stronger than me.
Yes, but he gets paid a third more than you, so.
You know, I wasn't referring to her.
Oh, so you meant yourself? Indeed, your intelligence is quite the nuisance, Batman. But without a team, what
nuisance.
hope do you have?
He's right, Bats. We need to fall back and ask Aquaman for help.
This isn't the time for jokes, Flash.
No, we don't need to do that, because we have you, Flash.
Me? I can't beat this guy. He took down Zeus.
You can, Flash. Super speed's the most ridiculous superpower, and it's not even close.
Are you saying that Flash is stronger than...
Apparently he can move at an attisecond, right? I remember reading that in the comment, not reading it, but seeing like little excerpts that were saying how often that he can cross the planet before light breaks, right? At daybreak, right? And he said he can move at attiseconds. So, you know, come on now.
Superman?
Superman? No. He's stronger than the whole goddamn league put together. You're a dead man, Lex.
Are you off your meds? Because I'd rather not wake up 20 years from now wondering if I only beat you due to a pharmacy shortage.
Want me to break it down for you, Lex? Fine. Let's talk acceleration. Humans black out at an acceleration of 5 to 9G, where G is roughly equal to 10 meters per second squared. Fighter pilots train for years to resist 9G for just a few seconds.
Okay.
And do you know how many G's Flash can take?
I'm sure it's a very impressive amount.
Tens of thousands. He can easily accelerate from rest to Mach 5 in 1/100 of a second. That's equal to 17,500 G's.
So you're telling me the fastest superhero can accelerate really fast? Wow, thanks so much, Batman. That's very helpful.
You don't seem to understand the implications of this. That G-force should cause his eyes to pop out of their sockets, his brain to hemorrhage, his organs to rupture. Yet they don't. Do you know why?
Because we're rated PG-13?
Because Flash's
Right.
body can survive his own acceleration. Think about it. What can you do to this guy that he doesn't already do to himself when he starts?
Wait a minute. See, this is where I'm going to differ right now. I don't claim to know a lot about DC heroes and everything, but it was to my knowledge that the Flash, right, the Force, right, projects an energy bubble around him that protects his body from all of these G's, right? I guess you could make the argument, obviously, if he has this power, his body should be able to stand it. Which one is it? Because I know that this is like jokes, parodies, and everything, but they're going to bring up some real questions that I have.
running.
Oh, I've got a few ideas. How about a supercharged tank shell right to the face?
Go ahead, try it. He won't even bruise.
Bats, can we maybe not shoot me in the face?
Flash, you are literally immune to blunt force trauma. You survive accelerations that would liquefy humans. Punches, kicks, bullets, explosions. It wouldn't even break your skin.
Then how about I launch a nuke at
He
him?
does that to himself every time he runs. The kinetic energy of him running at just 1% of the speed of light is equal to 100 tons of TNT. You have no way of doing damage.
What about emotional damage?
How about you emotion on D's nuts?
Shut up, Flash.
Why don't people like me?
Okay, whatever. Who cares? Superman's indestructible as well, and look at what happened to him. At least he was
And
dangerous.
you think Flash isn't. You know that momentum increases linearly with
Batman.
velocity, right?
Of course I know that. You think I spent 4 years at evil genius school to not know that?
Then you should know how absurd that is. Let's say Flash weighs 80 kilograms. Then at a speed of 1,000 meters per second, he'll have the momentum of a small car.
Batman, I eat small cars for breakfast.
You eat cars for breakfast?
I have an iron deficiency.
Shut up, Lex.
I should say that 1,000
Effective.
meters per second is absolutely nothing for Flash. He can easily hit 10 times that speed. Do you know what happens to the momentum then, Lex?
It's the same as 2 small
He
cars?
can run through people.
Oh.
A human body would be annihilated. The energy would atomize soft tissue, snap bones into powder. It wouldn't even register as an obstacle.
What if he hit a wall?
Newton's third law states that for every action, there is an equal and opposite reaction.
Like when I ask a girl out and she slaps me in the face.
Exactly, Flash. If you hit a wall at 1,000 meters per second, it would exert an impulse on you strong enough to shatter concrete, to flatten steel, to vaporize your own body if it weren't already invulnerable.
Guys, I just stopped before hitting the wall. I'm not that dumb.
What's the square root of 25?
Soda.
Flash, you shouldn't be able to stop without causing apocalyptic damage. Friction isn't stopping that kind of momentum. You should cause the ground to explode outward like a meteor hit. It should turn into molten craters everywhere you visit, yet it doesn't.
What are you trying to say, Batman?
That Flash must be using superhuman counterforces internally.
You can't think of it like this, bro. You can't. I don't know, man. I feel like I'd rather just kind of live in the world where whatever I see on the screen, you know, I ain't gonna take it that much farther. The funny thing about this is that I feel like this is kind of canon, you know, because if anybody's gonna break things down to science, it's going to be Batman. Just makes me, you know what I mean? Like, you know all of this, man. How you prep for Flash? How do you, right? Because I assume his reflexes are just as fast. So how do you? What I'm thinking about? What was that movie? He was in Doomsday. Because Batman apparently has a contingency plan for every superhero, but I can't remember what his contingency plan for the Flash was. Whatever it is, BS.
In short, he's simply built different.
Wow, so we've come to the amazing conclusion that a superhero is built different. Thanks, Batman. What a brilliant use of everyone's time.
Guys, is he being sarcastic?
Does a Wonder Woman shit in the woods?
That was one time.
Okay, I don't have the energy for this anymore, so I'm just gonna vaporize you, okay?
You really haven't been paying attention, have you?
Yes, I get it. Flash's body is immune to blunt force trauma, but I can still laser all over his face.
Guys, is he being sexual?
Does the Batman cry over his dead
Absolutely.
parents?
Actually, Flash is immune to energy weapons as well. Drag force increases quadratically with velocity. What do you think the drag force is like when he's accelerating to tens of thousands of Gs, Lex?
Bitch, I don't care. I'm holding a laser gun.
Let me tell you, it's thousands of newtons. The heat generated should be enough to cook skin and melt clothes, yet it doesn't, which can only mean one thing.
Yeah,
That
it
no one
doesn't.
wants to see Flash naked?
No. Well, yes, but what I meant is that Flash has perfect energy insulation. The heat from the air he's rapidly compressing is similar to a spacecraft on re-entry. At high speeds, he's creating superheated ionized gas, exceeding thousands of degrees. His body is constantly reflecting, redistributing, or negating energy at the point of contact.
So you're saying even Superman's heat vision wouldn't hurt this guy?
Nothing in the electromagnetic spectrum would hurt him. His body doesn't absorb the energy. Photons don't excite his atoms. He doesn't need armor. He is the armor.
Well, we know who to send if we ever get attacked by Magneto.
I'll punch an old man in the face.
Flash, if you do that, he'll disappear.
What, so Flash can turn people invisible now? We really are copy-pasting that Magneto video, aren't we?
He doesn't turn them invisible. He vaporizes them.
With a punch?
Yes, with a punch. Kinetic energy also increases
Magneto
quadratically
video's
with
amazing.
velocity. At high speeds, it dominates over momentum. Punching someone becomes akin to a nuclear-level force. Hitting a villain should create craters, like they should literally just evaporate.
Bro, my physicist and my scientists out there, bro. This, especially those of you that are comic book heroes, bro. Do y'all be sitting here be thinking about this stuff, right? As we're watching now, obviously it's a cartoon, you can't take it too seriously, but I feel like that's part of the fun, where you take a superhero and you kind of think about how it would exist in real life. You know what I mean? You're just like, all right, so if this was to exist, these are the type of things that he would run into. You know what I mean? Because that's what it started to feel like a physicist, right? Somebody that specializes in physiology and physics got together. And actually, this is all sounding very, very good. You know, Undead, are you somebody help you out with this? Because this all sounds correct. I mean, that's just the thing. You could just be talking total BS and I wouldn't know it, right? This is all over my head. It's funny, but
And the shockwave would kill bystanders miles away.
Since when could he do that?
He could always do that. You think his legs are the only thing he moves fast? A punch releases all energy on contact. There's no gradual buildup. What do you think's gonna happen?
Okay, fine. I admit, I was wrong. I didn't know Flash could do all that. I wouldn't necessarily say he's stronger
Most
than
people didn't.
Superman, but you're right to call him a threat. I'll just have to think of some other way to kill
I
him.
don't suppose you could punish me to death by snoozing.
Flash, why are you like this?
that one guy.
Bats actually found my joke funny.
He really is off his meds.
You think we're done here? We haven't even touched the surface of Flash's powers. We've still got relativistic speed. Batman, we've already concluded that Flash is invulnerable since he can survive his own acceleration and can nuke a city just by running past it. How much further can we go?
We're not in Newton's world anymore, Lex. We're bending time, collapsing distance. Let's discuss what happens when Flash moves close to the speed of light. First off, we have time dilation. We perceive Flash as having superhuman reaction speed, but it's all relative. When Flash is moving fast enough, everything is slower from his perspective. This gives him more time to react to things like bullets, lightning, men in alleys who murder your parents right in front of you when you're a child.
Okay, but I still have superhuman reaction time, Bats.
That's true. Your nervous system is at least 1 million times faster than an ordinary human, but time dilation helps, though it does raise some disturbing paradoxes.
Such as?
Well, if Flash is moving close to the speed of light, then how does he see? Visible light by definition moves at light speed. So if Flash is close to that speed, then how can light even reach his eyes? He would be functionally blind.
As blind as a bat?
You know that bats aren't blind,
What
right?
is that
minute.
saying, even me?
That you're stupid.
Got him!
It's a wonder how he can perceive the world. When Flash moves at those speeds, the wavelengths of light ahead of him would get compressed into gamma rays, a phenomenon known as blue shifting. Gamma rays are lethal. They damage DNA, ionize atoms, penetrate tissue. But as we know, Flash has perfect energy absorption, so he'd be fine. The problem is that the light in front is no longer visible.
Well, we could still look behind him, right?
Wrong. The light behind him would be redshifted, stretched into infrared microwaves or radio waves. They aren't anywhere near as harmful as gamma rays, but they're still invisible to our retinas.
What are you trying to say, Bats?
What I'm saying is that when you run close to light speed, all you see is darkness. So to actually operate at that speed, you'd need speed, augmented perception, predictive vision, a way to anticipate how the world moves around you based on physics, kind of like machine learning.
Wait, are you saying Flash is a robot?
What? No, that couldn't be true, could it? An inability to form meaningful relationships, awful sense of humor.
Batman, Flash isn't a robot. Please remain focused.
Of course. Anyway, time dilating isn't the only weird thing that happens when you move fast enough. Length contracts too. You mean my pee-pee gets smaller? Yes, Flash, your pee-pee gets a lot smaller. And so does everything else. Cities become hallways. Skyscrapers become booths. The faster you move, the less distance you have to cover. It's not just you're fast. The universe makes the journey shorter for you. Maps are meaningless. At high enough speeds, the Earth becomes flat.
I knew it! They all called me crazy. What do you mean, why is there a horizon? But I knew it!
If you're hiding in a maze, then he will just flatten it into a straight line. A 100-meter wide room shrinks to a few steps. An airplane is within grabbing distance. Think you can beat Flash since you can fly? Think again.
Wait a minute, are you saying that I'm not actually that fast since distances get shorter?
You are fast, Flash, but much like with time dilation, length contraction helps, so it makes it even harder to explain how you're able to operate.
What do you mean?
Well, when you run fast enough, all you see is darkness, and the proportions of reality change as well. So how you can move around without tripping is quite the paradox, unless you're a robot.
He isn't a robot.
That's pretty cool, Batman, but how does this...
You know, I still feel like that time protective bubble or that Flash power protective bubble pretty much solves everything that Batman is kind of talking about right here. Right? Like he moved fast and everything's pretty much normal because he's, you know, protected by that force, time force or whatnot. Or, you know, and I feel like I only got that information from the TV show, The Flash, that's on CW. So, you know, that could be wrong as well. I'll be very interested in knowing how this is explained because this obviously is taking things very literal, maybe even too literal, right? Get to the point to where you shouldn't even be thinking this way. It's Flash, you can run fast, just leave it at that.
You're a robot.
He isn't a robot.
That's pretty cool, Batman, but how does this make him any more of a threat?
He could erase you from history. Lex, in our wacky universe, Flash can surpass the speed of light. That means events occur in reverse. Cause happens after effect. He can act before events happen, undo any mistake. He's immune to traps or surprises. He can see every timeline. He can choose which future becomes real. He can revive the dead by restoring earlier timeline states. Time is basically just a file system for him to edit, cut, and paste. Reality adjusts to his decisions, not the other way around.
You're scaring me, Batman.
His kinetic energy is infinite. His mass is infinite. E equals mc squared, and c is constant. So as E tends to infinity, so does m. He'd need more energy in seconds than what the Earth outputs in centuries. He would need to consume stars. He would drain our sun dry. He converts matter to energy perfectly. His metabolic rate is infinite. He defies thermodynamics.
Snap out of it, Batman.
Sorry. All this to say that yes, super speed is absolutely stupid. Yes, Flash could erase Superman from history. And yes, you should just surrender, Lex. Lex?
Don't worry, Bats. I took care of him.
You did? What did you do?
Well, the first thing I did was vibrate at the precise frequency to slip between his molecules, vibrated his heart to dust without even touching him. No biggie. Then, just for good measure, I ran in a tight circle at light speed to create the energy density conditions for a black hole. That was pretty fun. Oh, and I also caught up to the edge of reality, reached the cosmic horizon, and punched God.
Oh. Well, good job, Flash.
And me and Wonder Woman are dating now.
What?
And I own the Batcave.
How many changes did you make to the timeline?
And you're poor now.
Flash, you bastard!
I like soda.
I knew it!
Ladies and gentlemen, Flash. You know what? Maybe that's right. The Flash was a scientist, wasn't he? He was forensics. Was he a scientist? Was he forensics? What was he? Forensics. I forget what his day job was. Because I feel like even if you know you have all these powers, you still need to have a good understanding of how to actually utilize them. So I forgot what the Flash intelligence level is, but maybe that's the nerf. I'm just looking for a way to explain everything, you know, or at least how the comics explain it. But I still think that bubble or whatnot, I could be wrong. Y'all let me know that down in the comments, right? Dibs out.